For more on this historic visit, I'm joined now by Jia Xiudong. Welcome back, Senior Research Fellow at the China Institute of International Studies. Good to see you. Let me start with the reaction from China.
Well, certainly China pays attention to the visit by Prime Minister Shinzo Abe for two reasons. First, it's 70th anniversary of the end of the World War II, and what Prime Minister Abe had to say about Japanese atrocities committed during and before the Second World War, and what would be the outcome of the negotiations over the TPP. And certainly China hopes that the U.S.-Japan alliance will not have any negative impact on third countries, including China.
The president said, and I'm quoting here, that he's not opposed to the AIB, and that kind of led some to start to speculate that maybe that was a point of discussion that Japan perhaps could join the Asia Investor Infrastructure Bank, the one that China's leading, essentially. Does that change anything, you think?
Well, not really, but still it's a positive statement by President Obama made publicly in Washington, D.C. that the U.S. was not and is not opposed to the idea of AIIB, and he said that Asia needs infrastructure, and the AIIB is good for that. But at the moment, I don't see Japan will join AIIB anytime soon. But it's good to see that at the end of the day, the U.S. and Japan have said publicly that they are not opposed to the idea of AIIB, and actually they should realize that AIIB is kind of complementary to the existing international financial institutions, and not to kind of challenge.
The TPP, the 12 countries are in it now. I know they're still a little ways from getting anything done, but if that were to happen and they finally got an agreement together, what do you think China's reaction would be to that?
Actually, at the beginning of the, when the United States took over the TPP negotiation process, and there was a debate in China about what kind of implications that may have on China's economic relations with countries in the Asia Pacific. But now most people realize that it's not a big deal in terms of any negative impact, influence on China's economic interests. And actually China is reforming and transforming its own economy. China is moving up the ladder of international trade. So China can work with many countries in Asia Pacific and to expand China's trade. And also, China is working with many countries, including the United States and European countries, about investment treaties. That's also equally important, if it's not more important, than trade deals like a TPP or any other trade deals.
Are you referring to the other investment trade treaties, for example, with South Korea, Australia, and some of the other ones?
Yes, China is finalizing trade deals with South Korea, Australia, and also upgrading the free trade agreement with Southeast Asian countries. So China also working hard to convince the United States and other countries to work for FTAAP, the free trade agreement in a whole Asia Pacific area. So all these trade deals are underway or pushed by China. China believes that all these different trade deals, bilaterally or regionally, can be complementary to each other, not to replace or substitute each other. So that is the idea behind China's promotion of all these trade deals at the same time. So it's yes, China is confident that its economic interests will be ensured.
All right, Jia Xiudong, thank you very much for joining us live from Beijing there.